What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. It's Kings and Dreams. Got a special live today, man. Today, we are going to talk about the importance of passports, why having a passport can potentially save your life. I have been traveling since I was 3 years old and not really realizing how much important it is now that I am in my late 30s, how things have changed, or maybe they were changing and I wasn't awoken to it. But definitely, we are going to have the conversation. I appreciate everyone who is watching and will continue to watch. Man, I got to bring up my guest. He had a great live yesterday, man. Average Man Unplugged. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, how about yourself, man? I'm good, man. I'm good. Last night was yeah, that was definitely one of my more passionate lives, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, first of all, man, I just want to thank you for coming on, being a guest on my channel. And whenever the time comes, I would definitely love to return the favor. But before all that, for the people who don't know who you are, just tell the people, who is Average Man Unplugged, where you come from, and things like that.
I'm out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I say this a lot on my channel. You know, I'm nobody special. I mean, the name of my channel pretty much speaks for itself. When I started the channel, I was just at the moment I was thinking, there isn't really a voice for that everyday person. So that's kind of like been my lane. And I've pretty much just been sticking to that and just trying to motivate, the everyday 9 to 5 person that's supposed to be quote unquote boring, to go out there, put themselves out there and become better versions of themselves. And, that, just sticking to that and just keeping my head down and sticking to the grind has pretty much brought me here. And as far as the whole passport situation, that really kind of kicked off after the um, death of Kevin Samuels. But that's a whole nother story if you want to
Right.
talk about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. So let's just kind of back up a little bit. What made you want? So you said that you started a YouTube channel because you kind of wanted to show how the average man does it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, for sure, for sure.
It's,
Um,
it's funny because that was one of the reasons why I was so passionate about the live last night because
mhm.
my very, very first video on my channel, I was literally watching the what's that show that Donovan Sharp does every year? Um,
Oh,
the
is
masculine
it?
excellence or whatever it was.
Yeah, the MCE.
Yeah, the MCE. I was literally watching that while I was recording my first video on my channel.
Yeah,
I'm like, so like watching that is what kind of like propelled me to just have the courage to even hit the record button.
right.
So it was like, so yeah, man. Yeah, that's pretty much where that's like the origin for real, for real.
No, absolutely, man. I definitely hear you. I definitely hear you. One of the first, so another question I have for you is that what made you think about putting your channel as far as in this space? Like what made you want to do that? And I know that you mentioned as far as with the average men, but there's a lot of backlash when people get into this space, right? So why this space?
Um, for me, it was an alternative solution to the RP space because
Hmm.
the RP space is everything that my channel was based off of. And like I said, what propelled me to this space was the death of Cameron Samuels and then seeing the reaction. And at that point, I was already kind of like 1 foot out, you know what I mean, in terms of, dating in America in general. But when I saw that reaction, that was kind of like, okay. And I started, and like these kind of channels were popping up on my feed, but I never really looked into them like that. But then, when that event happened, that's what kind of made me dive deeper into it as an alternative solution. And the more that I looked into it, the more pros than I saw cons.
Right.
So with that in mind, I was kind of like, you know what, these dudes these dudes look pretty peaceful. These dudes look pretty happy. They seem to be on to something. And I'm getting sent receipts left and right, you
Yeah.
know, as as my channel continues to grow. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? Maybe I'm on to something. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I started understanding the economic aspect of it. And I'm hearing these prices and I'm hearing all these other benefits that come with it. It's like when you really break it down, it's like there are far more benefits to it than just the women. And that's something that I was expressing last night also. So I'm just it's definitely, I'm looking at it as a chance for, you know, it's kind of like what you posted on the live last night. You had said something, it was something like 45,000 to 50,000. I'm like, dude, I'm like, if you can make that remote and go to these other countries, man, and network and try to take the time to invest in some other things, like, dude, it's sky's the limit.
Right. No, you're absolutely right, and I completely agree. Because if you're working remote, right, and you're making like, let's say, 15 $16 an hour, so we're talking like 38 to, yeah, about 38 to 40, so let's just say anywhere between 16 to $20 an hour, right? So you're making anywhere between 30 to 40. And if you're working remote, you don't have to worry about the gas. The
Right.
gas is one thing that's very important, right? So like I can only put premium gas in my car, and it eats up a lot. But you know what I mean? I knew buying it, I knew what it was. But so you don't have to put that, you don't have to put like that type of gas in your car. And there are places, even if you do get a car, it's gonna be affordable, right? So uh, apartment, like I have an apartment in Medellin, right, and it's like 750, 2 bedroom, two. It's like two master bedrooms basically, two full bathrooms, kitchen, dining room, living room, balcony, and jacuzzi. Right? You get something like that, yeah.
750, that's it.
750, yeah. Yeah. And if you get something like that over here, like, could you imagine what you're gonna be paying? It's
Right.
exactly. So
Double
exactly. So the
minimum.
economic, sorry, my fault. Go ahead.
I was gonna say double minimum.
Right. Yeah, right. Minimum, exactly. I mean, growing up in New York City, people are paying. Yeah, even in Brooklyn, people are paying like 2,000 a month, and not necessarily living in the best neighborhoods. Yeah, it's shout out to my man Austin Homer. He would say it's that bad. It is that bad. Seriously, because when you have these opportunities, and a lot of men definitely have gone, have gotten awakened, because after Kevin Samuels passing, and just seeing like a lot of backlash, and a lot of men started picking up traveling before he passed, but there were still like a lot of men that were still listening. They were still listening, and it kind of had one foot in, one foot out, as you mentioned a few minutes ago. And
Yeah.
so now, like with that, so they're like, hey, you know what? If I have an opportunity to get both feet out, or at least travel sometimes a year, maybe you have responsibilities, children, whatever it is. Maybe your job isn't remote, so you're not able to actually live overseas remote. But if I could get out of here from time to time, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I completely agree with that, man. Just make sure that you guys are liking the video, and share the video, and like and subscribe. Let me check some of these comments real quick before I do have some more questions for you, brother.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Shout out to my man Tobias, the traveler. We're in here. XL Pro, I see you. The Raging Tomato, I see you. Poolman313, what up, everyone? Hope everyone's day is going well. I hope your day is going well too, man. And I also want to give everyone happy belated Thanksgiving, and hopefully everyone is still enjoying their holiday weekend. My man Tim Howard, that's right, with the passport emojis. Garden Scientists, Kings and Dreams, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Absolutely. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my guest, Average Man Unplugged. That's his link right there. Definitely make sure that you subscribe to his channel. He has very good content, man. Very good content. Laid back brother, man. The only thing I'm upset is the Cincinnati Bengals a few weeks ago lost that game on Sunday night against the Ravens, and I was like, oh, I'm going with
Oh
Cincinnati.
man, dude, I'm still, dude. It's so many. It's like, dude, we done lost so many close games this year. I'm like that I think that's kind of why everybody kind of overlooking the Cleveland one, because it's like, okay, we yeah, y'all handed it to us, but I'm like, a lot of those other games we should have won, but it is
Right.
what it is.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. But the Bengals got a good roster, so
Oh
I
yeah,
will say that they're gonna be competitive for years to come.
oh yeah.
Felicia Jordan, hello, welcome to Kings and Dreams channel. Wipe your feet at the door. Yes, definitely make sure you guys are liking the video. Yes, so wipe your feet at the door. Oh man, super chat from my big bro. Mostly Money TV. Andre Love crossing borders. Man, this is so 40,000 Colombian pesos, so that's 220 US dollars. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate my big bro watching and showing love, man. Let's see here. Thanks for the donation. Salute. My man Tim Howard. Hit and like all notification icon button. Share this content to as many people. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. My man Poppy Blanco TV. Ayo, what's going on, man? What is going on? Kingston Dreams, what's good, Parse? How are you, man? I'm doing well, brother. Doing well, man. Again, my condolences to you and your family. Hold on. All right. Let's see, man. Bandana travels tapping in, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, so let me just hold on. I got one more. Gail at night for the super sticker. Oh man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming through. I saw you on Richie Mac's channel today, man. You were dropping some dimes for sure. So shout out to Gail at night. And Gail at night also has a channel. And speaking of Kevin Samuels, Gail at night used to moderate for Kevin Samuels. Now moderates for the lead attorney. Richie Max on the Thailand. Yeah,
I was
Gail's a
gonna
rock
say,
star.
yeah, Gail. I'm like, Gail at night. Yeah, she moderates for every. I think she even moderated for like one of my lives at one point. I'm like,
Maybe,
I don't
maybe.
know. I don't know how she does it.
Yeah, no, she's
Yeah,
a rock
shout out
star.
to Gail at night.
Yeah, Felicia Jordan's a rock star too. So I would say both of those ladies, when it comes to moderating, they kill the game.
Yeah.
All right, let me so let me just get back into the conversation. So now have you traveled before at all?
Um, yeah, just within the country. Now it'll be my
Okay.
first time. It'll be my first time internationally. Next year.
Okay. Okay, got it. But you got your passport,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay.
I'm good to
Hey
go.
man, as long as you got that, as long as you got that blue book, man, you good to go, man. Some people call it the Infinity Stone. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like,
Absolutely, man.
y'all keep coming up with them, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I like
Yeah.
that one, the Infinity Stone. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, the thing is, so um now what inspired you, like when you first start traveling, do you have like a list of places you're gonna go, or you just still undecided?
Um, well, as of right now, I think I finally decided to go into Colombia first.
Okay.
I was actually reaching out to the couple that I did the interview with. He
Okay.
married a woman that's from Barranquilla, and they actually recently just reached back to me and said she's probably gonna reach out to her brother so that way that'll be like my point of contact when I touch down.
Okay.
Because what I was thinking about doing was going to Cartagena first and then sliding down to Barranquilla in February because you know that's the festival.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's like the state. I think that's like the next biggest festival in South America next to the Brazil one. So I was gonna go
Hmm.
there, and then I was gonna come back in March because my birthday's in March, and I gotta handle some stuff because I think license is my license expires. So I want to come home, take care of that, and then I want to get back. I want to see if I can get out to Thailand by April because the Rolling Loud concert is in April. So
Yeah.
that's like my short term plans. It's like outside of that, I really haven't thought past that. But
Right.
I am considering if I'm gonna make it to Thailand, I might as well just swing to the Philippines while I'm already over there anyway. Because that's kind of what Richie Mack told me to do if I do that.
You know, and that's great advice because the first time, so I'll tell you this, so the first time I went to Colombia was the festival of Barranquilla, and that's the festival you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went out there. I went out there with the Flyboy Way. Shout out to the Flyboy Way. And so that
Okay.
was my first time. You know, that was my first time going to Colombia ever. So went to Barranquilla, then we went to Cartagena, and we went to Palenque. And so Palenque, for those of you in the chat that don't know, that is the first. That's the first territory in the Americas. So that's North Central and South America, where when runaway slaves, freed runaway slaves made it their own territory. Palenque, Colombia.
Uh,
Yeah, man. So, so yeah, that festival is crazy, man. So
uh,
you know that one you have, and then also you mentioned the one in Thailand. So Rolling Loud is going to be there, and then also they have a festival called Songkran, and so it's like the festival of the New Year, and it's really fun from what I've seen in videos. And so people like are throwing water at people, and people like get like little water guns and they shooting at each other, and it's real fun, man. So those are two big ways for you to start your journey. And then the Philippines, as you mentioned, like that's what I'm going to be doing too, because I have not been to Asia before yet.
oh,
So yeah, so when I'm going to Thailand, I'm going to Thailand in April, and then and so after the festival, so after the no, I think I might go before. So before the Songkran Festival, I'm going to the Philippines. Then I'm going to go to Thailand.
uh,
Yeah, man. So those are two places where you are definitely going to enjoy. And I got some boots on the ground for Colombia as well, man. Like especially now, I know a lot of people be like, "Hey, Medellin is crazy," but I know how to move around in Medellin, so because I'm there like 6 to 8 times a year. So, but there's some people, they some things are happening out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but yeah, it's always good to have boots on the ground, man. Always good to have boots on the ground. Now, are there any other places that you're thinking about? It doesn't have to be next year. It could just be like in the future. You know, what would you say would be like? So you name like two. So give me like two or three more if you can.
2 or 3 more. Well, besides the ones that I named, let's see, Germany, because my sub's been bugging me about Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is really weird, man, and I know some people probably gonna think I'm probably lame for this. Um, there is, I'm like, it's something that's been popping up in my feed recently, man. It's a city called Interlaken, Switzerland. Like I don't know, it's just like a really small town that looks like it's like sitting in between mountains with a lake running through it. But I mean, I'm like, but the lake is like some of the clearest water you ever see, man. And I was just like, I'm like, damn, I'm like, man, that town looks really peaceful. I'm like,
Yeah. Now
I
is
would,
that in Germany?
it's in Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
It's called Interlaken, Switzerland.
Okay.
It's been popping up in my feed lately for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, and then Vietnam, because I want to see the Golden Bridge.
Yeah.
It's like a few other people. spots like Singapore, because I want to see the Marina Sands resort. Egypt, because I want to see the pyramids. You know,
Right.
I mean, because I'm into stuff like that. And then I don't
Yeah.
know, are you familiar with Global Passport Crew at all?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Global Passport Crew.
He was putting me on because he's actually about to go here shortly. He's going to Jordan, where they
Okay.
that building that's built into the mountain where they filmed Indiana Jones at.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, I gotta add that to the list because I want to see that too. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a lot of stuff on my list that I want to see for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean to me like stuff like that. Like when you mentioned the small town that has like clear water. To me, I don't think that's lame at all, man. Like if you you know if you as a person work hard and you want to be able to see the finer things in life, like the thing is right now, and I said this so many times, like the average person in the United States only moves about 250 miles from where they live.
Mm,
So that's basically like maybe 4 hours away. So
right.
that's really not you're not really going anywhere. When you think about how many countries there are in the world, there's 100 and what 95, 96 countries in the world. So yeah, like if you're able to go to a place that has, beautiful clear water, peaceful town, yeah, man, definitely enjoy that. Enjoy that, man. And I know people want to see the entertaining. Yeah, the entertaining is all good, but like there's other things too. Like I think the education is important. Like when I went out to Palenque, like I didn't know that Palenque was the first free town for for slaves in all of the Americas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had no idea about that. And a lot of people probably watching now don't have any idea about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like that's one of the reasons why I'm a really huge fan of Ace Live channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I'm like it feels like I'm learning more about Black history watching his channel than I did in school.
Say that.
Because I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I did not the stuff that he's showing on his channel, I did not know any of this stuff.
Right.
Like I did not know it. Like a lot of people don't know that there's more black descendants down there than there are up here.
Right.
It's like, man, it just goes to show you like how naive we are up here. Like, I'm telling you.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is another reason why having the passport can save your life because you don't even know like about your history and stuff like that. And even in Brazil, like there are more Africans in Brazil than there are in the United States.
Yep.
I think outside of the continent of Africa, I think Brazil is number two.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
You're right. I'm like, I brought up that stat in a video I did months ago.
yeah, yep, absolutely, man. All right, let me jump into some more of these comments. Uh, Guys, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you subscribe to Average Man Unplugged. That's the link right there. Subscribe to his channel. Definitely make sure that you guys do that. Let's see here. Also, please be sure to click the like button. Uh, Hold on. Right. Oh, CB Passport Strengthened. Hey, Kings and Dreams, good evening to you and Average Man Unplugged. CB Passport Strengthened, good evening to you, man. Good evening to you. Definitely support the channel via Cash App, Kings and Dreams. Also, speaking of Cash App, shout out to you, XL Pro. I did see the Cash App that you sent me, so thanks so much. I appreciate it. Again, any donation to the channel, whether it be $1, $2, $5, doesn't even matter. Just definitely, show support. And I have the super chats enabled, so you can super chat or Cash App, and I have my Venmo here too. Thanks so much. TSG Uncut. What's going on, man? That's my guy right here. What's going on, man? What's up, gents? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his channel, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. He's got really good content, man. And he's scorching, man. He's scorching right now. He's scorching, man. I think he may. I don't know. I haven't looked at his channel in a few days, but he was closing up on 4K. So yeah, so he might have hit that mark, man. But definitely subscribe to TSG Uncut, man. That's a good brother right there. Definitely a good brother. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get into the conversation. Okay. Here we go. Currently looking for my first remote job. Hopefully, have it before New Year's. Hey, man, absolutely, brother, absolutely, man. Pool man, I have a list. I have a list of remote jobs. Oh, actually, man, Gail beat me to it. Here it is, right here.
Hey, best moderator on YouTube, bro. I'm telling
Right.
you.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone that's interested in having a remote job and um wants to live overseas, have a remote job, definitely check out this link. Yeah, Gail beat me to it. Let's see. Look at Kings and Dreams in the background. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a video that I posted. Yes, that is with Andrea. Shout out to my sister Andrea. Definitely make sure that you subscribe to Andrea's channel too, Andrea Wallace TV, which is my brother. Excuse me, Andre's wife. Let's see. I want all foot out. I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't know. That might have been another conversation. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Probably when we said 1 foot out.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, okay. That flew over my head. Yes, that's right. Yeah,
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 even
yeah,
I
yeah.
had to think about it for a minute. Like, hold on, what are you talking about? I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Both feet out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. JM, shout out to you. Why is his channel named Average Man Unplugged? He mentioned that earlier, but it's up to you, Average Man, if you want to go and answer that.
oh no, absolutely. That's a good question. Because I get asked this question a few times. And it's a question that I like answering. So what made me come up with that name is kind of like I was mentioning earlier. I wanted to, just have a voice for, the everyday average person. And the unplugged part just came from, coming from the red pill community. And what I just noticed is that, man, is that when you become red pill, man, you start to notice that, man, it's a lot of sheep around you, man. So the adding the name unplugged at the end was just kind of my way of trying to connect both worlds, so to speak. Like, trying to take the everyday person and just wake them up to what's really going on around them, especially the men, because as you know, men are starting to become more and more feminine and losing testosterone, and you know what I mean? They're not being pushed to be masculine. So it's like you got that going on too. So that was just kind of like how I just kind of fused both of those things together. And that's just kind of how I came up with that. Because I'm over here struggling trying to come up with a name for my travel vlog channel when I get that jumping too. So yeah, I mean, be on the lookout for that too.
All
But yeah,
right.
that's how I came up with that.
Oh man, I love how you came up with that. Let's see. The pandemic woke me up to follow my travel dreams. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Salute, brothers. Happy holiday weekend. Shout out to my man Tom to retire. Yeah, this is a good brother, man. He actually has a house that he bought in Thailand back in 2007, and he bought it for I believe 38K. So yeah, 38K. Yeah, it's a beautiful house, man. Bought it for 38K, but you could buy a house in Thailand, or if you don't want to like buy a house, you can rent for a little bit, and you pay like what $200-300 a month or something like that, and it's very nice, extremely nice.
Mhm.
So we're not talking like, we're not talking some studio apartment. We're talking, 2, 3 bedrooms, full baths, all that, full bathrooms, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can definitely do that. So I would say contact Time to Retire on his Instagram. It is time _2 _retire. I think _22. All right, let's see. Yeah, so for anyone that is a first time traveler and wants some information on how to move around in Medellin, get an Airbnb, purchase an apartment, anything like that, definitely make sure that you contact me. My email is kingsandreamspodcast@gmail.com. Once again, make sure that you are subscribed to Average Man Unplugged. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel. All right, let me read a couple of more of these, and then I'm going to get back into some more questions here. Lions lost to the Bills. No, the Bills won that. Oh, yeah, he just said that. Never mind. Yeah. But yes, that was a close game. The one you talking about on Thanksgiving, that was a close game. I thought that one was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I will say the Lions have improved from last year. I will give them that.
Yeah, that's very true. Let's see, man. What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on with you, man? Thank you for pulling up. Primal Studies, my man. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. Let's see, XL Pro, definitely. Let's see. Support Kings and Dreams channel. Via Cash App. Yeah, definitely. And $1, $2 doesn't matter. Let's see. The Bengals stole players from my Saints and stole the Who Day from us. Who's that?
Uh,
Oh man, that's a good question though. Like, because I wanted to know who started that. Because both of them, like, they chant sound very similar.
mhm.
So
Yeah, I'm till this day I still don't know who originated that chant. Be honest with you, TSG. I'm really not sure. I just remember hearing the Who Dey chant for the first time as a kid, when they went to the Super Bowl back in, I want to say like 89 and 91. Shit,
yeah,
I was only like 4, 5, 6 years old. So yeah,
yeah.
I'm like that's from the first time I ever remember. I didn't start hearing Who Dat till they won a Super Bowl back in '09.
Right. Yep. Absolutely, man. So you mentioned like you mentioned the RP, right? So now with you not traveling internationally yet, but let's say that the domestic travels that you have done has being aware helped you just kind of move around, not only like in a romantic sense, but just as a man, right? Just as a man, because you mentioned that there's a lot of men that are a lot of men that feminine, and that's a lot of estrogen going around. Like, there are a lot of men that they they can't they are afraid to be masculine men publicly because they think that they're going to be called either misogynistic or whatever the case is. Now, I could tell you this much: once you go to Colombia, and I'm going to assume in Thailand, because knowing what the brothers tell me, like, you won't have a problem being masculine. Like, they expect you as a man to be masculine. Now, again, just transitioning back to you traveling stateside, being RP aware, how has that benefited you traveling in the States?
Well, I'll say this is it's definitely it does seem that once you understand female nature, especially the way women are in the States,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's you pretty much just take away what you pretty much just take away the mystique. I mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you're pretty much just taking away their power and you're taking away their leverage. And once you come to a certain place where, you know what I mean, you've kind of worked on yourself and you worked on your finances to put yourself in a position to where you can even afford to travel. I'm like, period. I mean, because like when I just went to New Orleans a couple months ago, I'm like, that was last minute. You know what I mean? A few years
Mm-hmm.
ago, there's no way in hell I would have been able to like book a trip like that quick last minute all the way down to New Orleans coming from Cincinnati. So
Mm-hmm.
but that just goes to show you like I mean, when you work on yourself and you build yourself up, you can put yourself in a position to where you can move around like that.
Right.
So I would say, the RP space has definitely helped me in that aspect. Um, definitely more confident. I mean, like no matter where I travel to in the States, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I mean, I catch eyes on me. You know what I mean? But like I say, I'm nobody special, but I mean, I think over the years, working on my body and, you know, just paying attention to small details and everything, I think that's helped out to where I have attracted more women, but it's just, you know, the women here, I won't say, let me put it to you this way. Most women here, I would say, it's just, it just ain't it. You know what I mean? Like what I'm looking for, I don't think I'm gonna find in the States because the way I was raised and what I saw growing up, I don't see that in women now. So I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna, find a woman that's a little bit more traditional. And that's kind of like what led me to wanting to travel abroad and see what else is out there. Because even traveling within the States is like, I'm not really seeing anything different. Like when I went down to New Orleans, it was like, I'm like the women didn't seem any different than what they were up in Cincinnati. So I don't know.
Right. Absolutely. And then I have another question for you. And so yesterday you did a live stream on your channel, and you talked about specifically a man that got you into this space by the name of Donovan Sharp, right?
Yep.
And so you talked about how he had a panel on his channel, and how they were attacking the Passport Brothers. Interestingly enough, so I've started a series on my channel, and it's called the Unity in the Manosphere. And so what I do is I have brothers who travel, and then also brothers who are dating coaches, and there are some brothers who are dating coaches who are also travelers as well.
Mhm.
So the topic of really the conversation is more or less to say, um, how can we be unified in a space, whether a brother was to travel overseas or whether a brother starts to stay domestic. So sorry for the long-windedness, but I just kind of wanted to tie everything in. So how do you feel about that? Like a man who is getting ready to travel, and then hearing feedback about men who these days, some of the dating coaches, I don't want to say all, but some of the dating coaches that have pushback for men that travel overseas. What are your thoughts?
Um, well, I kind of, cause it's funny, man, because I was literally watching that live back, and because I'm over here because I usually don't watch myself, and I was just kind of looking at it like, wow, like damn, I'm like I snapped. Um, it's because I can look at it so many ways, and what I took from what I was watching last night is the only thing I can think of is there's either a couple reasons why there's pushback from their end because coming up in the RP space, one of the things that I learned is that what comes easy isn't usually respected, and this is something that we harp on as far as female nature. This is one of the talking points when women um, try to put themselves at the equal to men in terms of sex and getting access to sex and what have you. But I was thinking, are they giving us pushback because from from what a lot of people say their experience is that dating is a lot easier in these other countries because of the masculine and feminine dynamic, or y'all just giving pushback because this is an alternative solution to men wanting serious relationships, but it doesn't require us selling them a program where they're spending $4,000 to tell them how and what to do when they can just get a passport, go overseas, and just be a gentleman and leave all that westernized crap aside, and you can just be yourself. I mean, because that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Because it seems like when you're in the West, it seems like you're conforming to be somebody else to attract a certain woman of a certain caliber, versus you can just go overseas and just be who you are, and not only get the same caliber, but probably something even better, because these women don't have the same mindset as the women in the West do. So that's that. I'm just not too. Those are like the two things that I'm picking up on, that where I can only see pushback, where they just see it as an easier path, or they're pushing back because this is another alternative for men that doesn't necessarily require them spending their dollars with a dating coach.
Right.
So and that's just me looking at it logically, because I don't know any other way how to look at it.
No, I hear you. I hear you, and I agree with that. I agree with that for the most part. What I would like to add on, though, when you say that, you know, like not taking the easy way out, right? So this is what I would say is that taking the path of least resistance. So
Yeah,
as a man that travels to to Colombia 6 to 8 times a year, what I will say is that the woman are easier to communicate with in the sense that like they allow you to be a man, and it's now of course some women back talk and stuff like that, but they're not. But like if it's something simple like um I remember I was watching Kevin Samuels video, and like a woman was saying she'll make a plate for her husband, and his sisters and cousins or whoever is like, oh, he can make his own plate. Like what? Like why does it have to be that way? It could be. It's so simple. It's so simple to just make a brother a plate. Like, and we can't even get that. So why would we want to take that? No, let's go to the path of least resistance. So as I mentioned, right, it's not to say like woman over there not going to give you some sort of challenge or some sort of pushback, but it's like, all right, if if I can get to the highway, no, sorry, if I could take the highway to go down to some place that is 5 minutes, as opposed to taking back roads that's going to take me 20 minutes, I'm going to take the highway.
right.
So why put myself in that position? And that's what a lot of brothers are saying. And it's not just the female aspect, but it's also the financial aspect as well. Because if you're making like 40,000, like it's depending on where you're living, because some states you probably, or some cities you probably can't even live in if you were making 40,000. It's really that bad. But if you want to have nice things for yourself, and you kind of just, so some people just want to be in that salary range, some people are comfortable doing that. But like the thing is, if you want to continue to be in that salary range and still want to have nice things for yourself, hey, you know what, I am all for that. I am all for that. Let's see here. I do got some super chats, and then I'm gonna jump into some of these comments. Let me read some of these super chats first. Super chats do jump the line, people. So just to let you know that. All right. Shout out to my man Eric Powell. I love watching both of your channels. Keep up the good work. Hey man, I appreciate that, for real. I really appreciate that, man. And yeah, for real, Eric Powell. Like, and you have some good comments, because I see you on a lot of streams, and I'm in the comments as well. And you have some good content, man. Well, good comments rather. Sorry. Let's see. East Coast Kev. Shout out to you. He says dating coaches say men should compete in America. My question is, why would you want a man to compete for the same woman you complain about?
Valid
You
point.
you you you, you wanna you wanna take that one?
Um, you know what? That's a very valid point. Bro, I'll go even here. I'll do one even better. Why should I have to compete when y'all outnumber us anyway? We can go there too, but I, I, I can't give them no pushback on that one, Kings and Dreams, man. I can't.
Well, this is what I will say. I believe, and I don't want to speak for all dating coaches, right? You know what I mean? Because and also this may be an unpopular opinion, but the thing is, I'm always going to keep it real. There are some things that I watch these guys and I listen to what they say. Like we'll dive more into the Donovan Sharp thing, but I've been watching Donovan Sharp for a while, and a lot of things that he's saying, I'm like, I completely agree with. Lucario, right? And I know a lot of people are gonna flame Lucario, but the thing is that I like a lot of what he has to say. Not everything, but there are some things that some of these dating coaches have to say, and it's like, yes, this is true, this is very true. So I just want to point that out. But to answer East Coast Kev's question, the ones that do the pushback, as far as having men stay in the states, I think that they are the ones that are being disingenuous, because you know it makes it seem, and this may not necessarily be true, but it makes it seem like they're pushing their narrative. They're pushing for you to purchase their product, right? Like I'll say this, right? Hafiz. I used to watch Hafiz a lot. He he got into it with Greg Adams, and also Pearly Things. Then he had a video says message to the RP community, and then he was saying, he was talking about the RP community, how in 10 years we'll see what the truth is, and all of this, right? But here's the thing: at the end of it, he started to talk about the standard of what he's selling. So it's like, okay, so now is it that because you have a product that you're selling and you wanted to make it different from the RP, that this is why you're coming at the RP? Because a few years ago you had Kevin Samuels on, you were on Fresh and Fit, you were on a couple of other channels. So it's like, Hafiz, now are you trying to push a narrative? And I believe that's a narrative that some of these people are trying to push. That was a long-winded answer, but I had to say that, man.
Nah, I agree. I actually agree with you on that. I really do. I think that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I've I've always come to that conclusion in the back of my mind, but I've always tried to like leave that as the last alternative. Like what else could be the reason? But like
Right.
when you look at it logically, that seems to be it. I,
Right.
I don't know how else to put it. I agree with you, man.
Right. Absolutely. Two more super chats came in here. Oh, Big Boss, real talk. Oh man,
Big boss.
Big Boss, real talk. Big Boss is gonna have my man Philly Dom live on his channel, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Definitely tune into Big Boss Real Talk's channel. So Big Boss says, shout out to both Kings and Dreams at Average Man Unplugged. Get your passport, gentlemen, and that's real talk. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Salute. Uh East Coast Kev comes back again. He says, not to mention names, but people like Minister Jap. I already know, yeah, but Minister Jap, who calls these women German shepherds. Why would a man stay and compete for German Shepherds, passports undefeated. Yeah, Minister Jap, so I'm doing so for all of you guys who don't know, I have a smoke show coming um next week, Thursday, December 1st. I got some words for Minister Jap. I got some words for him.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
yeah, I got some words, man. Cause I now that's a brother who I believe is being disingenuous, and you guys can clip that, send it to him. But I think he's gonna want to watch on Thursday. Anyway, but yeah, that's some yeah, because he's always throwing some like he's throwing shots, a lot of shots, and it's like okay, dude, you know. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get back to some of these comments. Just had to jump into the super chats. As I mentioned, super chats do jump the line, but I want to make sure that I read you guys' comments because I know that you guys, coming in to show myself and Average Man some support, right? So let's see. Where am I at? Okay. Okay. All right. So she said, Gail at night says, she says, yes, I'm one of your mods, Rome. Man, this is crazy.
I'm like, I knew she modded for me at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. Poolman 313, the Infinity Book.
The fit.
The Infinity Book.
Infinity
Hey,
book.
I like the Infinity Stone, the Infinity Book. It don't even matter, man. Don't matter. I'll take both of them. I'll take both of them. As I mentioned, make sure that you guys subscribe to Average Man Unplugged. That's his link right there. Subscribe to his channel. Also, my brother TSG Uncut. Make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel as well. Let's see. Uh, Ethiopia, Ethiopia, oldest country on earth. I did not know.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be like damn, what they call it like the I think they call it like the birth, like the cradle of humanity or birthplace of humanity or something.
Yes, they
I'm
do
like,
call
yeah,
it the birthplace of humanity.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
And I
Ethiopia on
should
my list. Yeah,
yeah, and I should know that by even listening to that, but I didn't even. You're right. They call it the birthplace of humanity. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. You guys can connect with me on Instagram. So, follow me on Instagram if you if you don't feel like emailing me you want a more direct answer. Contact me on Instagram for consultations and things of that sort. My man, Men Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. What's up, Room and Kings and Dreams and Average Man Unplugged. Salute, salute, salute. Definitely, man. Support the channel via Cash App, $1, $2, doesn't matter. I appreciate any support that you guys give me for real. And it's all love, man. Thank you all for pulling up and rocking out with us. Let's see. Poolman313 always wanted to visit the Netherlands. Yeah, the Netherlands is a place I definitely want to deal with. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. As I mentioned, private consultations, you can email me, Kings and Dreams Podcast at gmail.com, or you can just hit me up on Instagram, Kings and Dreams, and we will go from there. Shout out to my man, Drees TV. I think, Drees, you might be in Brazil right now. So, Brazil, number one outside of Africa. Okay, so he's talking about the African people there.
yeah,
All right. So, time to retire. Ethiopia is amazing. So much biblical history there. It will open your eyes to see a lot of lies. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. That's probably one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, man. When traveling, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like it's like I've never been like a big history buff, but I've always been into the discovering stuff. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Jermon says, "What's up, Kings and Dreams? Kings, Average Man, and Chat Room peeps. What's going on with you, brother? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What's he saying? Oh
All
yeah,
right.
4,230. I appreciate you. Hey man, let me just borrow like 1,000. I got you. I'll give it back to you next week. All right, for those of you who are interested in working remotely, this is the link for the online list of jobs. So definitely make sure you guys check out this link if you are looking for remote jobs and trying to work remotely. Let's see. This is the link to Andrea Wallace TV. Shout out to Andrea Wallace. So Andre will actually be on my channel on Tuesday because I am having ladies' night. So I'm gonna have some conversations with the ladies on Tuesday.
Oh
Oh man,
I'm definitely gonna have to, I'm gonna have to hit the notification for that. I gotta check that out.
man, listen, I got things, man. Listen, I got things coming up, man. You definitely gonna want to hit the notification for Thursday, like how you said you cooked last night.
Oh,
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 yes, Thursday is gonna be something good, man. Yeah. All right. Average Man Unplugged has a great channel. Yeah, he does
oh.
have a good channel,
Thank
man.
you, TSG, man. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And excuse me, for anyone that's looking for rental properties, actually Airbnbs and to actually purchase a home there, this is Tom to Retire's link. That's his Instagram. So definitely hit him up, man. And he'll actually be out there in April too. And Irish man, when you're out there, I'm gonna be out there. A lot of us are gonna be out there in April, man.
Oh,
So
that's what's up. Hey, matter
oh
of
yeah,
fact, I'm like Big Boss Real Talk, man. If he out there too,
yeah,
man,
Big Boss, yeah, Big Boss is gonna
link,
be out.
man.
Yeah,
'Cause I,
Big Boss is gonna be out there. Time to Retire is gonna be out there.
yeah, got
Taylor Made, yeah, Taylor Made Dreams is already out there.
he
Richie
was
Mack is
out there
already
for his
out
birthday,
there.
wasn't he?
I'm sorry, what happened?
Say Big Boss was just out there for his birthday, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was just out there for his birthday, but yeah, he's coming back in April for Song Cran and Rolling Loud.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Okay. Let's see. CB Passport Strength, and he says, okay, I get your word for an average man unplugged of what's there to be said about your channel on what it is for men as ourselves to get woke and unplug ourselves from the matrix, which is here in America. Yes. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Saints, who that? Okay. I mean, shoot, we don't know, man. We don't know. Let's see. Okay, it was the Saints who started it. All right. All right. Let's see. I'll be in Vegas till Monday. Wait, I'll be in Vegas on Monday. I'm just leaving. Okay, so he's having a conversation with someone else. Shout out to my brother, the Flyboy Way in the building. Absolutely, man. Subscribe to the Flyboy Way, THEFLYBOY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. That's my brother from another mother, man. I don't know if you know, but I went to high school with him, man. So,
Oh really?
oh
Okay.
yeah, that's my best friend in real life, man.
Okay, that's what's up. I was gonna say I've been following his channel for a minute. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. So like if you guys seen like in the Columbia videos, like I'm in like maybe 3 or 4 of them. I'm just chilling,
Oh,
but I
okay.
wasn't a content creator then, so I was just chilling.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, Sir Yeetus is in the building. Yeet, what's going on? What's going
Yeet.
on? All right. I am enjoying my Saturday. Hey man, you know what? It's the holiday weekend, so if you got a little drink in your hand, it's all good, man. All good.
That made me want to pull out the Long Island iced tea, man.
Oh man, hold on. you might have a second smoke show. he like, hold on. He like, hold on, man. I'm ready for part 2. Yeah, subscribe to the Flyboys channel. Let's see what Sir Yidis had to say. Of course, stay red pill no matter where you go, but women overseas are way more friendly, feminine, fit, and cater to men. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Say that.
I know that's
Yes,
right.
absolutely, they are, and more approachable too. Like, and the thing is like even if like they like even if they like curve you, not like curve you badly, but they say they're not interested, they married, they got a husband, whatever the case is, they'll just say, hey, you know what? Listen, I'm not, I'm not interested. You know what I mean? And I'm not interested because I'm married, I have a husband, or whatever. But you know how like you'll walk up to a chick and in the States or whatever, you try to talk, and it's like either she won't look at you or she with her friends, like she'll try to like even embarrass you even further, like give you that face, like really, you thought you could step to me, and it's like, okay, all right, like you an OnlyFans chick making like $10 an hour, and you work at Burger King. Come on, don't play yourself. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, don't do it to yourself, man.
And, oh, like
Um,
don't get me started. I'm like
yeah,
I done seen so many women who got OnlyFans over here jumping in my DMs like, yeah, I got this and this for sale. I'm like, you must not be doing too well if you got to inbox me. Like,
right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When they hit you and saying when they hit you and saying like, hey, I got some pictures for sale, or check out my OnlyFans or whatever. I'm just like, oh God, yeah, man. Yeah. So my next question is let's get into, so we reached 1 hour mark. So let's get into your stream from last night, right? And so with Donovan Sharp, now seeing what his stream was about, and so for those of you guys who just jumped in the chat, uh average man, he had a stream reacting to Donovan Sharp stream. I think it was last weekend or a few days ago, whatever it was. But Donovan Sharp stream was talking about brothers who travel, right? Passport bros, or whatever you like to call yourself. If you travel overseas, just say you're a traveler, passport bro, whatever. But he and uh, Minister Jap was Coach EO and Darren Barton, I think that's his name. And so so the 40s brothers, collectively didn't really have positive things to say about brothers who travel. And so what inspired you to really have to say something?
well, I'm like, well, that's easy. Before I discovered Donovan Sharp, I was in a really bad headspace. Um, it was one of the reasons why because I actually wanted to react to it a lot sooner, but when I heard about the passing of Jason David Frank, and that kind of made me put a hold on things because his reason for passing is actually was kind of like my connection to Donovan Sharp, because I was in that same headspace before Jason David Frank decided to self delete. So, I was in that same headspace, and then I discovered Donovan Sharp, and here I am years later. So when I saw BMT reacting to the stream, it was like it was like looking at it was funny because somebody brought it up in the chat, man. It was like, man, like, oh, like Rome looked like he just found out that some like his hero ain't who he thought he was. And I was like, that was probably the best way you can describe last night live, because I'm like, because that's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, damn, this is not the person that I thought he was. And a lot of people that watch my channel were just kind of like, they were kind of like hinting and trying to give me warning signs, because they knew that I rock with him, because I told them my connection, like, yo, like, this man is very instrumental in like improvements in my life, like the things that a lot of the things that I base my thoughts on and my way to go about things, just as trying to improve yourself as a man. A lot of that stuff is started with Donovan Sharp. So it's like I just can't throw all that out the window. But I think Jay Fleming said it best, man. You just gotta you know take what you need from it, and throw away what you don't need from it, and just leave it at that. And
I would have to agree. Because what I'm starting to notice is that not all, but so some brothers, like, you have to take what they say with a grain of salt, right? And so that's what I got, because I did see that comment. Take what take what you need, and and move on. I think that's the best way to look at it, because um what I what I know is, like, YouTube is a business, and sometimes people will focus too much on the narrative of what they're trying to push, as opposed to actually having a message or some sort of solution, right? And it's just like, okay, like, your solution can't just be, well, just buy my course. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it can't simply be that. And I'm not, like, for someone that's selling their courses, whether it be $100, 500, 5,000, whatever the case is, whatever your worth is, I can't tell you what your worth is, because there are some people who will buy it. But the thing is that for the people who can't buy it, so what are they supposed to do?
Right. Right. You are you are absolutely right.
Absolutely. Let's see. Sir Yeetus, passport is an easy way out. Why would a man purposely put himself through hell for a box she gave up for free for Chad and Tyrone?
Facts.
I'll let you expound on that if you want.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. You want to know what, Sir Yeetus? Here's the thing. I'll say this from the man's perspective. If they're like dating coaches, or kind of like a Minister Jap or Donovan Sharp, I'm looking at it from a business. I'm looking at it from the business angle of, okay, you potentially see money going out of your pocket when you see this other alternative being brought up. From For the women, I think it comes from let's be honest, man. These women don't want you to have, they don't want you to be able to exercise the same leverage as they do. They don't want you to be able to have the same kind of access that they have. But if it's one thing that I have learned from the RP space, is that when you can replace a woman as quickly as she can replace you, boy, do they act different. They act so
Yep.
different. That that applies worldwide, period. It's just
Yes,
that,
it does.
I mean, I'm like, it's just that over here, it's just, you know what I mean. It's slim pickings, man. But yeah, I'm like, but it seems, I'm like, but overseas, these women are willing to compete for you. So
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are definitely. Yeah, they are definitely willing to compete. They are definitely willing to compete. The thing is that, that's a great point that you mentioned, because if a man is able to have an abundance mindset, man, that woman is definitely going to acquiesce more. Because the thing is that um, a lot of men are starting to realize what their worth is. So that's why I say, okay, you know what? All right, I'm out of here. And so a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but there's a strong portion of modern women, they're not liking that, because the thing is, because, like, those women would have, 5 or 10 dudes that's ready to jump and replace whoever guy that she's dating. And now the guy, we said, hey, you know what, we got 10, 10 to 15 females that can replace you as well. So what are we doing here?
mhm, exactly. I'm like, they don't like it. They
Right.
do not like it.
Right. Yeah. They can provide and protect their own self. Tim Howard, man. Shout out to you, man.
Man,
Western women aren't worth the squeeze anymore. I hear you, man.
I hear you.
I hear you. My man Gil, aka MMA fan, Kings and Dreams. What's up with you, man? I appreciate you for coming through. Matrix women make it so easy for men to travel outside the West. Yeah, man. I'm definitely not going to say all, but yeah, it's like, as you said, It is slim pickings, man. Shout out to my man Tony Bruno, man. Yeah, definitely make sure you guys subscribe to his channel as well. Definitely a good content creator. Definitely gonna be having him on the channel soon, man. I appreciate this brother, man. Okay, so they're talking to each other. All right. Dysfunctional modern culture. Absolutely, man. Um, I guess my comments are trash now. I'm not sure what you mean.
Uh, oh, wait a minute. I do want to say something about that. What he said, the dysfunctional culture. I'm like
Oh,
because
okay, yeah. So let me go back to that.
yeah, I'm like because that's something that I've kind of wanted to touch on for a while. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the primary reasons why you're starting to see more brothers in particular get passports and travel abroad. Because what you're starting to see is that the more well-spoken, educated about their business brothers, those are the guys that are really leaving. It's not the guys that these women are complaining about, because the men that y'all complaining about, those are the ones that y'all want. That's why y'all keep complaining about
Mm, that's true. That's true. That's true. Absolutely. It's having a temper tantrum. Basically, that's what it is. It's like you take a it's like you take something away from a child and a small child, and a child, oh, I hate you, or whatever the case is, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're a parent, but I'm a parent, and like, not when my son was young, I would take something away from him and he would start crying. But the thing is like that's what they're doing basically, because men who are of means are going overseas, and they're saying, hey, you know what? Hey, I make about six figures, maybe even higher, and it's like, you know what? I'm about a certain quality, and I'm out of here. So I got businesses in the States. I can have businesses overseas. I can live wherever I want, and it's all good. Absolutely, man. Let's see here. Oh, he said I already saw that one. Donovan is a straight up grifter.
it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've heard these things. I've heard these things about certain people, and they probably. I mean, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But the thing is that the experiences that he's talked about, like I can't deny, like, there's some truth in what he has said, whether he's a grifter or not.
Mhm.
He's a habitual liar. Let's see here. Galen, yeah, definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel Kings and Dreams. Share and like this video. We are about almost an hour and 20 minutes in. All right, let's see. Did my man Abla Camingo come in here? Because I didn't even see him. Unless some of these comments are getting deleted. I didn't even see Abla Camingo come in here. I must have passed him. That's my bad. That's my bad, Profe, if I missed you. Yeah. What I have noticed is that, like, sometimes not everyone's comments will come in. I don't know, and it doesn't mean like they said anything crazy, but it happens like that for some reason. I don't know why.
Huh.
Yeah, that's been something I have been noticing. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to a comment that we both can. After Donovan talked ill on Kevin Samuels, and he's gone, he's done to me. Hafiz too. Yeah. I just didn't like. I didn't like how Hafiz talked about all of the red pill community, and he was saying that basically red pill community are all like incels. I think with Hafiz, um, he needed to he needed like he needed someone to help him as far as getting his talking points aligned. And the thing is, I think that what Hafiz is like with the standard, it just seems something very similar to what Kevin, was about to do. So I don't know, Hafiz. I mean, I'm the jury's out. The jury's out, man. When it comes to what Donovan said about Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit, I don't know if you saw the video that Donovan did about that one.
I caught a little bit of it, but I need to.
Yeah,
I might been to be honest with you. After the BMT reaction, I really haven't watched any of his content since. But
yeah,
I caught a little bit of that.
yeah,
A little bit of it.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just I got mixed feelings about it. Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, I really do.
I'm a,
Big Boss said pearly things destroyed Hafiz. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hafiz really just destroyed himself because he seemed to be rattled, and he seemed to be the feminine one, and Pearl seemed to be the masculine one. And Pearl just really just stayed, in her frame, on topic, and Hafiz just seemed very emotional, even with Greg Adams, because there were some things that Hafiz was saying in both of those discussions. I'm like, those are some good talking points, but you really have to like pay attention and listen, because sometimes when someone is like acting out of control, they could be saying things that are correct, but they're not in control of what they're saying. So it's like you lose interest in hearing what they truly have to say. It's like when someone is yelling at you or raising their voice. What I mean? You get into an argument with someone, right? And then they could be saying something that's true, but like at that point, it's like I'm in defense mode because I gotta defend myself now. And even maybe something that you may be saying that's true, and looking back at it later, but in that current moment, it's like, nah, I'm not hearing what you're trying to say.
I'm like, because I want to what Donovan what Donovan said about Kevin Samuels. I want to touch on that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
He, I'm like you. I had mixed feelings about it, but here, I just want to look at it from this point of view. Let's see. Kevin Samuels passed May Cinco de Mayo. Actually,
Yep, May 5th.
he passed May 5th. Let's see. That's over 6 months ago.
Right,
Why the hell are you bringing that up now?
right.
Why? Like, why? I don't. It's like for the last week or so, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like been keeping my distance from even watching his content like that because I'm just over here like, dude, what is going on with you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and now you got 21 studios over here trying to expose you again. So now I'm over here wondering, like, so how's that trial going? That or they were supposed to go to court over this, them trying to come for him. I'm,
Right.
so I'd imagine that must not be going too well because they still trying to come for you on YouTube.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I recently just saw something because apparently Devin actually has a kid.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what 21 Studios is trying to expose. And it wouldn't surprise me because I was thinking to myself, okay, you've already lied about her age, and you say you did that for privacy reasons. Who's to say you wouldn't lie about her potentially having a child? She was married before she was with you, and she's in her 40s. You mean to tell me she was married all that time and didn't have any children? That's kind of strange.
Right.
And I know for a fact, and he always mentions a girl that comes over and stays with them from time to time.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to wonder, is that really her daughter and not necessarily their I think they say that's her niece or something.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, is that really her daughter or is that really her niece?
Right.
I'm like, now it's like because of how he been acting the last couple weeks on YouTube, it's kind of starting to make you question other stuff.
Right.
So that's why I'm just like indifferent when it comes to him at this point. And Hafiz, oh man, he just seemed like I think he was just trying to get some attention and get some views, to be honest with you. Because everybody was talking about how his viewership has gone down ever since he kind of like tried to separate himself from the red pill space.
Mm-hmm.
Because a big part of his rise came from being exposed to the real red pill space, because he was dealing with AMS, Steph is cold, Fresh is
Right.
fit.
Right.
Like these are all guys that I was watching.
Right.
So like I'm like, otherwise I wouldn't have noticed them without them being on their platforms. So I saw him switch up, and then I recently found out that he got married, and I was kind of like, oh, okay,
Right. Yep.
why you done switched up. You got married recently.
Right.
Because before you wasn't talking like this before you got married, but now that you're married, you mean,
Yeah.
and then he was pushing the difference in his viewership now compared to before, when he was putting out content holding women accountable versus holding men accountable, and it's like, bro, you ain't telling us nothing we don't know. I'm like, why do you think Kevin Samuels blew up the way he did? He spent the first 2-3 years of his channel talking about men, and his channel didn't. I mean, he was doing okay, but
Right.
the 1.5 million subscribers that he had before he passed, that came from when he started talking about women and holding women accountable. And the reason why is because holding women accountable is so taboo. That's why every time you do try to hold a woman accountable, they look at you like you grew a head out of your neck.
That's true. That's
Real.
true though. That's true. It is so taboo because the thing is like like, oh man, when he passed away, like so many women were like, man, he was beating up on women and all this other stuff. I'm like, do you know how bad he was beating up on men? Like
Worse.
he was beating up on men bad.
Worse.
Yeah, man, if you don't cut your hair, if you don't cut your hair, pull your pants up. Basically he was telling men how to actually do like take care of himself hygienically. Like, man, seriously. Like he was man, that was the epitome of someone putting a foot on your neck. Like Kevin had his foot on our neck, and no man complained because we knew, hey, you know what, we got to do better, and this man is trying to help us. But now when we try to tell the women, hey, listen, like, there are some things you got to change too. Oh, you're misogynistic, or all of this other stuff, and it's just like, come on, really? Like the way that you've been going about your life, it hasn't worked out the way that you actually wanted it to. You know what I mean? And stop sitting up there, thinking you like, oh man, I was watching a clip of Kendra G. Might have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago. This woman, she's like 40 some years old. She's very attractive and all this, man. She makes six figures, and she's talking about she wants a dude that is, a dude that's a millionaire, and she does not want to go. She wants a dude that's a millionaire, and she doesn't want any children. And I'm like, a dude that's a millionaire, like, what? I'm like, listen, like, you pushing it. You are pushing it. You are pushing it, man. It's crazy.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let me get back to these comments because I see you guys talking here. Okay, hold on here. And I know him personally. Everyone, including Donovan, has a few truths, but that doesn't make them legitimate. Yeah, I will say Tony Bruno. I've talked to him offline, and I'm not going to expose the conversation, but he has let me know about some of these brothers who he has been in contact with from the RP space. Let's see. Donovan Sharp is a habitual liar and grifter. Let's see. Uh, I stopped listening to Donovan over a year plus. He doesn't care about the community. Mm, okay. All right. Let's see. Facts see this. Hey, but I get you. Hold on. Hey, but I get your word for it. Average man unplugged of what you have been going through here in the states. That's how us brothers need to be red pill when it comes to this Western society. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. He's responding to you anyway.
Oh no, I was just saying facts. Yeah, facts for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. No, I completely agree with that, man. Because the thing is that you definitely have to be RP aware, and as mentioned earlier, you take from it what you will. You know what I mean? To take it to benefit you. Benefit your life mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially. You know what I mean? You benefit that, and you'll be good. Sir Yeetus, he said they're not going to read my comments. Yeah, I can. I'm reading your comments. I'm not sure what's going on, man. I'm seeing what you're saying, though, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know if he's talking to me or he's talking about someone else, but I've been reading your comments.
Very silly.
Shout out to Minister Jack, but he was wrong with the Passport Bros. But his channel is hardcore and comedian, as he claims it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave Minister Jap on ice for now, and I will respond on Thursday.
Yeah, see, I'm
But
like that. I was the same way with Donovan, man. Like, I
yep,
was like, I'm gonna just hold off.
right, exactly.
I unloaded last night.
Oh yes, you did. Yes, you did. A lot of them dudes I wouldn't even associate with offline. In the offline world, never mind the online world. Yeah, I hear you. Hold on, I think I got a super chat. Let me see if I think I did. Um. Oh yeah, shout out to my man LB Crypto. What's good, champ? Man, thank you, man. I appreciate you popping in, LB. Thank you so much, man. I think I got another one though. I did. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man. If I bought your name, that's my fault. Rosiri. This is my dude, man. He is a good brother, man. He actually has a podcast on Spotify that I'm actually gonna be on very, very soon.
Oh,
Stopping by to show some love, man. Thank you so much for popping through, man. I really we appreciate it. We appreciate you, man.
shout out to E Rosary.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Um, let's see. Big Boss, April, Songkran, and Rolling Loud. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna be a goodie. That's gonna be a goodie. Um, uh, got the festival dates for Colombia. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's like February 22nd to like the 26th, something like that.
See, I thought, yeah, because I thought it was like the 22nd to the 26th, but then see, it was somebody else that has a YouTube channel. I think he was on my live a couple nights ago, and he said it was the 18th to the 21st. So I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I look it up again because I could have swore it was the 22nd to the 26th.
Um, yeah, that's something that I'm not privy about because let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me because I'm gonna look it up right now as we speak. Actually, you know what? Can someone look up festival in Barranquilla, Colombia? What are the dates? But I know when I went. I know when I went. It was typically like the last week of February. So I don't know if they moved it after the pandemic or whatever the case is. But either way, it's definitely gonna be good.
Yeah, that's what they told me. They said it's always at the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it's at the end of February.
I don't know.
Cradle.
I'm getting two different dates. I'm getting one says 18th to the 22nd, and then saying the 26th to March 1st. What's that? Is that
You know what? That may be the one. That may be the one. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out because I'm gonna find out though. Please all make sure that you guys subscribe to Miss Gail at Night. As I mentioned, Gail at Night, is one of my moderators, and she has a beautiful channel. Man, Gail's doing her thing, and she's a moderator for for a lot of us on here, and she's she supports male empowerment, and she supports men just being masculine, whether they want to travel, whether they want to be in the States, but she supports that. She supports that, and and I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. TSG says Cradle of Civilization.
Oh yeah, when we was talking about Ethiopia earlier.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Uh, I like that Passport Infinity book. Yeah. Um, Definitely make sure that you guys check me out on Instagram. Um, Definitely make sure that you check me out on Instagram. It's Kings and Dreams, as mentioned. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see it here. Yeah, Kings and Dreams, as mentioned. Definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Also, Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Definitely go subscribe to him. For the private consultation, again, email me at kingsanddreamspodcast@gmail.com. Sorry, I'm really just trying to go down and trying to get to everyone's comments here. All right. So CB says, I like your channel, The Average Man Unplugged, ever since that I've watched some of your videos talking about American black men being born and raised in the Matrix, aka the USA.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Man, I got another cash shot from XL Pro, man. Definitely salute to you, brother. Definitely salute to you, man. Um, I appreciate it too. And then I believe, oh yeah, I have another super chat. Uh, Got another super chat from JM. What are your thoughts on traveling to Malaysia? It's an English speaking country. So
Ooh.
I'll let you go first, bro.
I actually didn't know that Malaysia was an English speaking country. I don't know much about it, except for the fact that's part of like that like group of countries in Southeast Asia, ain't it like right in that area of
Yeah, I think it's by like the
by
Philippines,
the Philippines,
Thailand. Yeah,
Thailand, Vietnam, and all that.
right. Yeah,
So
Vietnam.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like that. I'm like I would actually consider trying to group all of that into one trip. If there's a way you can do Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, maybe even Indonesia, if you can squeeze all that in a span of time, I would go for it.
yeah,
For real.
absolutely. Well, Malaysia, like it wasn't like on. How do I want to say this? Like it wasn't like I was like dismissing it, but my thing is that for me next year is certainly Thailand and Philippines, but 2024, like I definitely want to experience more of the continent of Asia. So Malaysia would probably be more for 2024. It's good that they are an English speaking country because I know the Philippines, they're an English speaking country too, and Thailand for the most part they speak English. So that's good. But yeah, I definitely want to like yeah, I'm gonna add Malaysia to my list basically, but it's gonna be for 2024 or possibly maybe even 2025, but
Right.
not for 2023. But yeah, definitely Malaysia wouldn't I would not be opposed to that. But thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Let's see here. All right, I think I got another super chat. Man, I appreciate all the super chats that you guys are giving, man. It is all good. Shout out to my man Infinite Growth TV with the super chat, man. I appreciate you for popping in here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. Hold on. I'm skipping a line here. Okay, he says it's next to Singapore. So I've heard that Singapore is Singapore the country where they charge you a lot of money. I think that's the one where people said like that one is definitely very very expensive.
Yeah, I heard Singapore. Yeah, I heard Singapore ain't cheap. Yeah, from what I heard the same thing. Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see here. Um, all right, so hold on. I see the festival dates. Okay, wait. Burger Queen? I don't know what he's talking about. Well, not sure what you mean by that one, bro. Um, okay. Shout out to you, LB Crypto. Donovan is on some bullish. Been following him for years, and what he said about Kev was some bullish. Yeah. I mean, I definitely. It just, it just seemed, it just seemed like out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And even if it was true, why because like Fresh and Fit didn't mention it. Why did you have to mention it?
Right.
You know, it like and they were letting like they were like people could say a lot of things about Fresh and Fit. How like they only talk to like like the OnlyFans type of chicks, whatever it is, and but this is what I will say though, because the thing is that even though like they knew like that Kevin wasn't rocking with them, they still had a podcast, a celebration for his life. And they still like, hey, anytime Kevin name come up, they say, hey, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. But for if what Donovan said is true, like they like, hey, you know what? This happened. I wasn't feeling it. We fell back from each other. He's passed away. Let sleeping dogs lie. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's the part where it's just like I'm like no. You know what I mean? From Donovan's part, like I don't know if he should have said anything, but like if you were going to say something, I think it would have been better if Kevin was still alive. You know what I mean? Because this way Kevin can't defend himself, and I think that's one of the reasons why like a lot of us, are like, whoa, like what I mean. We were just kind of taken aback by that.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. CB passport strengthened at Average Man Unplugged, and how come some women be acting modern nowadays here in this country, acting like they don't need a man much in their lives?
Um. It's like, where do you start with this? Um. Uh. Social engineering, brainwashing over decades, thanks to the FNS movement. When women are making more money than they ever have before. Um, Career oriented more than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally becoming the men that they want to be with.
Right. That's the thing.
I mean,
That's
that's
the
pretty much
thing.
So I mean that's pretty much what it is, man. I'm like, and that's why you're starting to see more women having a hard time finding what they're looking for because they've become who they wanted to be with.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've never watched Donovan, but I've heard about him. Yeah, I mean, he has some good things to say. Shout out to Tony Bruno, T21 Surfer. Definitely subscribe to his channel. Let's see what Gail has to say. They're complaining about them leaving, but aren't willing to compete to keep them here. So they use sign language. Say that. Say shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I've seen where they say, oh, these guys, they're dusty. Hold on. First of all, how are you going to be dusty in order to be able to travel? I don't care if you go to Dominican Republic. You go to Dominican Republic 5-6 times a year. Like a flight to Dominican Republic is not just $30. You know
Right.
what I mean? But you could catch a flight. But see, the thing is, you could catch a flight from New York to Vegas for like $100 if you go at the right time. You know what I mean? So the flights to Dominican Republic, I mean, yeah, sometimes they're less expensive, but still to continuously do that, how are we dusty? You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, you think that like dudes are just going over there, going to some small village and picking on small little Maria or I was trying to think of an Asian name, but anyway, but like going to like these towns where all of these women are just impoverished, right? It's like, no, we're not doing that. Like these women, like these women got jobs. These women got things going for them. So it's not like we just going there going for the bottom of the barrel chicks. Now there are some dudes that do that, but I'm just saying that's not all of us. That's not all of us. Uh, I can't even hold on. I can't even win out here. 6'4", 200 pounds, 1K, multiple homes, and portfolio. I'm still not enough. Yeah,
See, I'm like,
man. Yeah, LB. Yeah. LB's high. LB. Shout out to my man. He's high value. And yeah, he's definitely like, man, I'm getting out of here. You know.
LB crypto, bro. If I had $1 for every time I saw a comment like that in one of my videos,
Right.
I'm telling you, bro.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
but these women out here swear we so undesirable.
Right.
Like we so undesirable. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, he's 6'4", 200 pounds, 100K. I'm like, there go your sixes. I'm like,
Right.
y'all ain't gonna compete for that.
Right.
I'm like
Exactly.
six. I'm like, do y'all? I'm like, for people that's watching at home. Do you know that only about 2-3% of men in this country are 6'3" or taller? Just put that in perspective.
Wow. Yeah, and I think and worldwide it's like 14-15%.
Yep.
So you're saying 85 to 86% of the world is under 6 feet. You know, so and that's the thing. Like, so you want something so rare, but you don't want to acquiesce. You know, what I mean, just like what Gail had mentioned, they don't want to compete. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Definitely support my channel via Cash App. Kings and Dreams is scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Also, my Venmo is there. Oh man, Bruno hit the nail on the head because dead man can't talk. Ooh. I need a soundboard for Don DeMarco on that one. Good gosh. Yeah, that was a good one, man. Let's see. Obsidian is another attention money chasing whore that had always been a whore to me. Really? I tend to like Obsidian, man, but I don't have any problem with Obsidian, man.
He actually posted my live of Donovan Sharp on his community post this morning.
Really?
This morning, I was shocked.
Oh snap!
So
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Obsidian, bro. I did not see that coming.
I know. Obsidian and Donovan Sharp, like lately, they've been taking shots at each other.
Yeah, I
You know,
seen that, but
because I guess I don't know how it started, but I know Donovan started taking shots at Danica Marie, and then Obsidian went after him, but I don't know how it started, man. But anyway, I like Obsidian though. Let's see here. Um, he brought it up for shock value and to buzz. You know what?
hey, might have a point
I can't I really want to dispute this, but I can't really dispute this one. Um, my man Red Cup Riddick, Kings and Dreams was good, my guy. Thank you, salute to you. Um, Tony Brummel, AMS, the GOAT. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yeah. So for me, when I started, watching, becoming in this space, AMS was probably one of the first ones I started watching.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, again, make sure that you guys subscribe to my guest channel, Average Man Unplugged. Hit that notification bell as well, man. You know, so I had a question for you. Now, you mentioned that before you started watching Donovan, you mentioned with the RIP to Jason David Frank. You mentioned like you were in a headspace. And do you believe that having the knowledge of RP has helped, has been helping men to actually deal with their mental health struggles? Because I think that that's something that's very important in the male community, but I want to specifically say definitely in the black male community because it's not talked about enough.
Yes, absolutely, 1000%. Reason why I say that is because I think what a lot of it stems from is self doubt, and I think a lot of the self doubt comes from, like I mentioned earlier, the programming. I think men are being pretty much are being, how can I don't want to use the same term over and over again, but I think deep down, I think men are slowly being brainwashed to just be feminized. And
Right.
one of the things that I've noticed is that when men actually embrace their masculine, that's when you really start to see the improvements. That's when you really start to see a difference. Because like there's guys that email me. I mean, I don't want to say I don't look at myself as a mentor, but I've had guys reach out to me since my channel grown up and have asked me to be mentors. So I'm checking in on these guys, making sure that they in a good headspace and they just focusing on themselves and grinding because it's when when as a man, man, the difference between the biggest thing that I've noticed between men and women is that we get more satisfaction out of success and accomplishments more so than women do. Women seem to rely on what's the word I'm looking for? Validation from from other men.
Mm-hmm.
Men we tend to get we get validation through our success, the work we put in and what comes out of it. And I think things like that keep you that keep you in a headspace where you're always thinking ahead. I think that is what helps you um keep you from that dark space, because once I started solely just focusing on myself, whether guys want to go monk mode or whatever you need to do. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm like I've been on monk mode all year, believe it or not. But look what came out of it. I started my YouTube channel June of 2021, and I started getting monetized July of 2022. But it wasn't until I went into monk mode and solely focused on myself, like even more to the point where I just literally had tunnel vision. I said, I'm focusing on this goal and I got to make this happen. And now I'm at where I'm at. And because of it, I'm motivating other people to do the same thing. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing to see. And,
Yeah.
there's other guys that have watched my channel that have also been in that same space. And man, I mean, the fact that I've even got guys reaching out to me and saying, that I make a difference in their life, just from my story, and that they can relate and they're doing the same thing to improve their lives, man. It's like, man, I don't know how to describe that, man. It's like it's motivating and humbling all at the same time. And it just like those kind of comments that when I get those kind of comments, that's what gets me going, man. So when the haters want to hate, I'm kind of like, whatever, man. I'm helping people. And I know that for a fact because I got receipts.
Right.
So
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I feel the same way. Like when people reach out to me, whether it be email or Instagram, and they just say, "Man, like I've been watching your content," and it'd be like people that and it'd be, for me, it's the people like that don't even comment sometimes, and I'm like, man, I didn't even know like you were even a subscriber. You know
right.
what I mean? Yeah. And it's just someone that's just watching and saying, man, I've been watching your channel for X amount of time, and I appreciate what you're doing, and you've helped inspire me for whatever it is, man. Like, I've had a couple of brothers that say, man, like just talking about the black like the black history of Colombia. Like a lot of brothers are like, oh wow, like I'm gonna go over there, for that. You know what I mean? Like they know that the ladies are there, but like they what the history too. So yeah, it's definitely very inspiring, man, for sure. Oh man, LB said Kev told you to wash your ass. Oh
I'm like,
man.
the one thing I am gonna really miss, man, boy, man, he was about his colognes, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you talk about, he put me on to the cologne game.
Oh yeah.
like that,
Absolutely.
now I know what colognes to look for.
Yep.
And like,
That's
yeah,
true.
I know what the ladies like now. Like, yeah, y'all in trouble.
That's very true. That's very true. The cologne, yeah, man. Him and one of my other boys. He's a cologne connoisseur, and so he would both of like watching Kevin and listening to him, like both of them would tell me like what kind of colognes, like different colognes to wear, like for different weathers. Like if it's cold outside, wear this. If it's summertime, you want to wear this, and I'm like. I didn't know it was, I didn't know it was like that much of a science. And then
Right.
also,
Me
yeah,
either.
and then also like like with your like whatever clothes that you're wearing, like the material of what you're wearing, that also matters too. So yeah, there's a whole science to this thing, man. Whole science to this thing. So men, if you only got like one cologne, you should at least, I think a man should at least have four colognes. You should have at least four colognes. You should have at least four. You know, at the bare minimum, three, but four definitely. You should definitely have four because you want to have those different scents and smells and things like that. Let's see here. Galen Knight says, I think Sir Yeetus was saying you weren't going to read his comments because you said super chats get the priority. Oh, so he was only joking. Okay, cool. Yeah. All I would say was that super chats jumped the line, but I'm definitely reading everyone's comments here. I'm definitely reading everyone's comments here. Let's see here. Yes, connect with me on Instagram, Kings and Dreams. I appreciate that. Uh, I already answered. Yeah, we already answered the Malaysian one. Shout out to you again, OJM. Let's see. Definitely make sure you get the likes up. Infinite Growth TV. Okay, so this is for the festival that festival de Barranquilla. So February 18th to the 22nd. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you got your dates. I don't think I'm gonna be there. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna be there. Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
I'm.
I think
I,
I
I think.
think
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going. I think I'm going to Kenya. I think I'm gonna just go to Kenya, man.
okay. I thought I spoke to I think Andre and Andrea gonna be there.
Yeah. Well, that's where I actually first met Andre.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
Yeah. Oh man, I met a lot of people. So again, like I went to high school Flyboy Way. I met Jedi Drees TV there. I met Ace Live face to face. I met Andre Love Crossing Borders. Yeah, this is all before I was a content creator. So
oh,
I was cool with them like before I actually became Kings and Dreams. You know what I mean?
okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So absolutely. Let's see. Um okay, so you guys are having your own conversation, so I'll stay out of that one. My man Charles Bump Jones is in the building. He says, "Yo, salute to you, brother. Salute to you." All right. Jay Brass, my bro's in the Philippines now. His second trip, having a ball. I'm going in August. Hey man, salute to you and enjoy, enjoy. Let's see here. Learn a new language with great TV. Um, yeah, man. So check out this link if you want to learn a new language right here. Let's see. Thailand, Colombia, Brazil in 2023, possibly Philippines, Germany, and Singapore. Hey, Poolman 313, let me tell you something. If you're going to Thailand, you might as well just go to the Philippines, man. You know, you might as well just do that. And then maybe save depending on what your timeline is. I don't know what your personal responsibilities are. So like I can't just bounce for like a month at a time because I have an 8-year-old son, right? You know, but if I did it, then I would be going months at a time and I would just do like my whole Asia trip in maybe like 6 to 9 months or something like that. But as far as Thailand, definitely go to the Philippines. So you can knock out four of these countries, right? So you got Thailand, Colombia, Brazil, and then all you got to do is for 2024 you got Germany and Singapore, and then next to Germany you could probably go to some other places in Europe. That's next to Germany. You know what I mean? So this way you can knock out more countries. Uh, Better Biatches, salute to you. Definitely thank you for coming in here. She says gets the likes up. Uh, Definitely support the channel, Kings and Dreams. Subscribe to the channel. Excuse me. And I Venmo Cash App, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, or you can send a super chat. Doesn't matter. But I appreciate all the love and the support that everyone has been showing in here for real. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Jumping in everyone's conversation. Support and like to Kings and Dreams. Great content. Thank you. Better be arches. Okay. Gail at Night says, and if you're so dusty, they need to be encouraging you to leave, not shame you for leaving. It's the inconsistency and the hypocrisy for me. Say that. And that's the thing because, like, it makes the statement so more potent because women are actually saying this. You know what I mean? Women are actually saying this, and Better Biatches, definitely make sure you guys subscribe to her channel because she is an advocate for men as well, and she was actually on the Fresh and Fit show last week Tuesday. So she was actually on there. Yeah, she was actually on there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check her. I'm gonna have to check her channel out then. I'm gonna have to see what that's about.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so she definitely supports men being in their masculine. Okay. GTG hanging in the family. But women are what is GDG?
Oh, good to go.
Oh, good to go. Okay.
I think that's
Hanging
what
with the
it is.
family. Okay, got to go. Got to go. All right. I mean,
Okay.
good to go. My bad. But the women that are talking ish are either trash, lesbians, or man haters, or legit think that they are tens when they're actual fours. Well, yeah, that's the thing because they'll hang out with these women, and these women are afraid to break the sister code because they like, oh yes, queen, you look good, but it's like, how you gonna say yes, queen? You could get any man you want, but you haven't gotten them. You haven't gotten them. You know, and let's not talk about like the woman that got multiple children by multiple baby daddies. You know, oh man, you know the favorite quote. I'm a package deal. That's a bad package. Return to sender. Come on, man. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing with that, man?
Oh my God, man. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool.
Right.
I'm cool. Yeah, I do not
Yeah.
want that package.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Also, women don't look at the statistics and that they don't bring enough to the table for their are entitled as F. Yes, absolutely.
That that's always zoned me out, man. That they just completely. You want to know why I think they completely ignore statistics?
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I'm intrigued on this one.
any statistic that puts a woman in a bad light, that's what they want to complain about. If I read off a whole bunch of statistics that put men in a bad light, do you think these women would have that same smoke?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, just going back to what we were saying about Kevin. Kevin had 15,000 subs when he was talking about men. There was no problem. There was no problem. But the thing is that when he told that woman she was average at best, and the thing is like he was trying to get the woman off the show, but she kept pushing the narrative. She kept pushing the narrative, saying that she looked good. This is not an ugly woman, but the thing is, she was an average looking woman. She's not. She wasn't a baddie. She
Right.
wasn't like, she wasn't a head turn. Like she's like, you see her, okay, she's all right, like, if I, like if she gave me her number, I take care of business. But the thing is like she was not a head turner, and he said, "Ma'am, you are average at best." Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like the whole incident just blow up, and it's just like, I mean, good for his channel, but it's like the fact that like, as you mentioned, if you read off a list of what are low quality men, we're not gonna have a problem with it. If we read off a list what is low quality woman, oh man, it's it's crazy, bro.
Right.
It's crazy, man. Definitely make sure that you guys are subscribed to Average Man Unplugged. Man, this was great conversation, bro. Definitely, man. Salute to you, Better Biatches. Much love. Definitely subscribe to her channel as well.
Like I just subscribed to her channel too.
She's gonna be a part of the ladies night panel on Tuesday. So definitely make sure that you guys tune in for that one. Cortez Smith, I see you. What's up, y'all? What's up, Kings? Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming through here. Knowledge and relationships. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, man. Thank you for coming through. Um, Salute, Kings and Dreams. Thank you so much. Let's see here. All right. Charles Jones says, "Man, you can hit Jeremy fragrance and Curly fragrance for cologne." So okay, so you're saying that Charles, so you're saying that you don't need like, so I say that you should have four, but you could get away with three. So you're saying that you can get away with two? Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to understand. And what are your thoughts about the cologne? Because I said that men should have at least four. I understand if they got three, financial reasons and stuff like that. But like, I think two kind of limits them. For in my personal opinion, what are your thoughts?
I'm actually with you on this one. I try to keep at least three. I usually use one, but I usually I'm completely different from how like Kevin Samuels was explaining how to do it. So what I do is I try to keep three, and I usually use one for kind of like my like like day to day. You know what I mean? Kind of like every day. But like let's say if I'm like going out, like if I'm going out to a bar or an event, that's when I'll switch it up and I might go to one of my two other colognes. You know what I mean? Like I tend to wear the more expensive stuff, the nicer
Yeah.
stuff when I'm going out. But like my everyday cologne is probably something that's like a little bit on the cheaper end. But like even the cheap, I'm like I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like I'm not really cheap when it comes to cologne, man. I'm like the cheap end, I'm probably spending about 70, $80 on a bottle of cologne. I like
Okay.
because I got that. I don't know if you are you familiar with a Venice Creed at all?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Creed. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah. I got Creed. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I got. Like so, like
Okay.
that's like yeah, like that's what I wear when I want to step out and I want to steal your girl.
Right. Yeah. The Creed.
I'm like
Yeah.
they smell that Creed. Oh, they will notice me. Trust me. They
Right.
are going
Yeah.
to
The
know.
Creed. Yeah. The Creed is a good one, and I'll kind of give some tips for men who aren't able to afford Creed. A good one is the Savage. That's a competitive
Yep.
one. That's a
Yep.
competitive one, and then the other one I have is oh man, it's Prada. It's like it smells similar to Savage, but it's a Prada one I have. Oh man, hold on. I'm gonna have to grab this thing, man. Hold on. All right. So this one right here, the Prada one. So this one cost me about like 85, $90, because the Creed that's gonna run you probably like anywhere between 350 to $400. A lot of men not gonna be able to do that, but you can get something that's like 80 to 85, $90 or whatever. So the Savage or this Prada one here, this Prada one here is that one is that one is affordable, for having that. And then for me, like on my everyday, like if I'm like especially like if I'm doing like something like physical, like if I'm like working out, or I'm just something where I know I'm gonna have to be physical, like I'll wear like some Nautica or something, Nautica cologne, and it's because it smells average, but it keeps me fresh. So
Right.
that's what I'll wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I may need to have a cologne segment, man, talking about this one. All right, let's see here. Tim Howard says, hit the like button, share the content, subscribe to the channel, and support the show. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We are over the 2 hour mark. Definitely. Yes, and subscribe to Better Biatches. Um, yeah, man. This is the link to her channel. She has good content as well. Definitely make sure that you guys support and subscribe to her channel. I'm having a ladies' night panel on Tuesday, and so she would definitely be on there. Um, Oh, okay. All right. You guys are talking to each other. Executive Health. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. I did a live with him. Was it last week Sunday? I did a live with him last week Sunday, and we were talking about mental health, physical health, and then also, um, you know, not conforming to the norm. So this is a brother here. He was in medical school, and he said, you know what, like he could have been a doctor, but went into his own business, so he's doing his thing, man. So salute to you, brother. Salute to you, man, for not for not subscribing to the norms of society. All right, let's see. No, dude. Oh, Jerry Fragrance and Curly Fragrance are YouTubers, bro. Ha, that flew over my head. But anyway, yeah, I didn't even know that. But anyway, hey, we still got a content I could clip out of that though. When it comes to talking about cologne, just grab some cologne oils today. About 13 of them. Red Cup Riddick. Yeah, salute to you, man. Salute to you on that. I mean, you just want to have the most important thing is really just having a variation of smells. I think that's what's the most important thing, you know. Um, that YSL, yeah, that YSL Y is really good too. Shout out to you, Bandana Travels. Yeah, man, absolutely. All right, so we are over the 2 hour mark. I definitely did not want to they want to keep you past 2 hours, man. But this was a great conversation, and I appreciate you for coming out, man. Just kind of give me or everyone else the your final thoughts on the conversation, and then also where they can find you, bro.
Um, well, final thoughts on the conversation. First of all, please get you one of these. Please get you one of these. Um, Second of all, don't let anybody shame you into doing. Don't let anybody shame you into doing something that you don't want to do. All right. Stay on your purpose. Follow your purpose. All right. You know what I mean? Keep your head down. Keep grinding. Focus on your purpose, man. Protect your mental health. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do, man, to keep away from distractions. I mean, this is very important, man, because I don't want to see anybody self deleting because they think it's over. All right. So with that in mind, I just want to say, you know what I mean? Yo, reach out, network, do whatever you got to do, man. But that should not even be a resort. All right. And as far as just guys that disagree with this in the RP space, um, it is what it is, and I'm gonna end it like I kind of how like I ended my rant on my live last night. At the end of the day, bro, it's just an alternative solution, man. It's just another solution, man, and that's all it really is. There's no shade from Passport Bros being sent to anybody else. We respect everybody else. Um, I think I think some of these content creators underestimate how much of their audience is Passport Bros. So I think that's something they might want to keep in mind. The let people know that, hey, these guys are a part of this space too, and they took an alternative route, but they're still in support of the ideology, because at the end of the day, guys still need to wake up, because whether y'all want to accept it or not, they are trying to feminize men in this country. All right. So embrace your masculine, stay on your purpose, man, and just focus on bettering yourself, man, and becoming the best version of yourself. And as far as finding me, you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, at Average Man on Unplugged on all platforms. And that's it. I appreciate you having me on, bro. I really do.
Absolutely, that's the link right there. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel. Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on here. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely a great topic. Salute to my guests. Salute to my moderators. Salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to everyone that super chatted. My thoughts on this conversation. Conversations like these are very much needed because men we have a responsibility to ourselves to be the best versions of ourselves and not give up. Continue trying, right? One step at a time, one day at a time. We don't have to sprint. We don't have to run, but you definitely got to walk or you crawl or do something. You cannot stay stagnant. Push yourself to continue to do the work. And also with avenues like this, as Average Man said, this is a solution. Why should we, if we are being the best versions of ourselves, to continue to take whether it be disrespect from society, disrespect romantically, disrespect physically? Why should we subject ourselves to that? So yeah, definitely get a passport, and if you can find something that will better you in a different country, then why not do that? As far as some of the men that have things to say towards men who think like us, I would just say that maybe some of you guys are maybe being disingenuous and you have a narrative to push. And there's nothing wrong with having a narrative to push. Hey, listen, I'm a capitalist. I'm all for everyone getting their money. But the thing about it is that that doesn't stop us from continuing to tell men to do what they need to do. You know what I mean? And again, I appreciate for all of you guys watching. Just to give you a quick update, what I have going on. Tomorrow I will have Austin Hallman on my channel, and we're probably going to touch a little bit more on this topic. And then on Tuesday, I have a ladies' night panel, so tune into that. And then Thursday, Winter is coming, and that is a smoke show. And there's some things that I need to get off my chest, especially on Thursday. But hit the notification bell, like, subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe to my guest channel. Stay purposeful, and I'm out of here. Salute.